Claude Code has received an insane amount of updates recently, from Claude desktops SSH support, app previews, and to GitHub integration to simple mode in the terminal, which strips out skills, plugins, and custom tools, making it easy for basic tasks. But the biggest update by far is native Worktree support, meaning your agents can work on multiple features or bug fixes in isolation without you having to manually configure anything. But was this released too soon, with many developers already having basic issues? Hit subscribe and let's get into it. Using Git's Worktrees with coding agents is nothing new. In fact, Claude Desktop has had it for a while, and there are many plugins or tools that support it, like Claude Squad, which we've already made a video about. But one of the reasons I personally haven't done it is because doing it manually can add mental load, and hopefully this new feature in Claude Code will make it a lot easier for me. Let's try it. So here is a basic to-dos app built by Claude in React for testing purposes. I wouldn't actually build this app for any other reason than to test. But anyway, I'd like to add a dark mode toggle because this is blinding my eyes. I'd also like to add the ability to save this in local storage because if I refresh, it doesn't save. And I'd like to add the ability to edit to-dos. Now, usually I'd put all those features into one prompt. So dark mode toggle, local storage, and the ability to edit to-dos. The problem with that is if one of these features had a bug, then I'd have to work on the whole thing, so delay the other features from being released because everything is on the same PR or the same branch. But with Worktrees, I can work on these features in separate branches at the same time on my local machine without having to do any manual setup. And if there is an issue with one of these features, I can push the other two features and work on that one on its own branch. So let me show you how to do that. So if I do Claude Code with the W flag, then that will give me a Worktree with a random name chosen by Claude. Wait. Lacan? Okay. But if I wanted to give my Worktree a name, I'd give it a name after the W flag, which will put it under here. This gives me a new Worktree over here, and it also creates a new branch, but doesn't delete the previous Worktree that we created. So keep that in mind if you end up making a lot of temporary Worktrees. And in the .claude directory of the project under Worktrees, we can look at our Worktree and see all the code files associated with it. Note, Worktrees only work if your project has Git initialized and you've made at least one commit. Now I can go ahead and implement all the features to this project in different Worktrees. So now all the 3 features have finished, and we can see here that the dark mode toggle works. In this one, there's no dark mode toggle, but I can edit the to-do. So I'll add a new one and change it here. And in the local storage one, there seems to be an issue. But this is the benefit of Worktrees, because I can see that the other 2 work well, so I could commit those or create a pull request, and I could focus on this one. And I could use a dedicated Claude Code session to fix this issue. And when I'm done with Worktree, I can either keep it so I can go back to it later, or remove it from my system. If I decided to keep it, I could go back to the exact same Worktree if I specify the name, as you can see here. I could even resume sessions from my current Worktree, or press Ctrl W to see all the sessions in this project. Although I'm not quite sure how it works out the current session, since right now I'm on the main branch. Speaking of current session, if you wanted to work from the Worktree directory, you could either navigate directly to it using cd.claude, Worktrees and so on, or you could run Worktrees with the tmux flag, which will take you straight to that directory. And if I opened up a new split pane, you can see I'm in that Worktree and I can navigate through the Worktree specific files. But the coolest thing about Worktrees is that they support subagents, meaning I can get different subagents to work on multiple features in different branches in the same Claude Code session. And if you want Worktree support in custom subagents, so a custom subagent will automatically spin up a Worktree, all you have to do is add this isolation Worktree in the front matter and Claude will take care of the rest. Overall, I'm really impressed with this feature, and it's something that I'm definitely going to be using more of, particularly with the new Worktree hooks that allow you to use Worktrees without Git, so SVN, Jujitsu, etc., and also to run scripts automatically when you create a new Worktree. But unfortunately, it seems a lot of people have been having issues with Worktrees since the latest Claude Code update because of what looks like a broken feature flag. Luckily, you can get Claude Code to fix its own binary as a temporary measure. But hopefully the team will have a proper fix later on so that more people can experience this awesome feature. Speaking of awesome features, if you're a React developer and want a CLI tool to automatically detect React anti-patterns, then check out this video from Andres that goes through React Doctor.